When you try to talk about replacing an All-American that almost scored 1,000 points in 2 years, and then you have two kids that were here for 4 years and scored 1,000 points, that's a lot of scoring points. So it's difficult, but it's definitely doable. You just hope and pray that the young ones that you brought in prior to this year are getting a little bit more developed than what they were as their freshman year, and then you hope that your freshmen that you did bring in are going to surprise you a little bit throughout the year. So it's going to be some learning curves, but ultimately I think we'll be fine. I think we have some kids that can score. It's just now putting the ball in their hands and actually having the confidence to do it now.
So all of our new girls that Coach recruited are actually a lot of scorers. They have a scorer mentality, which is what we really needed because we're losing those three people that they had the scoring mentality. Like, they're willing to get down and dirty for it. So she did a really great job at recruiting the next group coming in to do that scoring and maneuvering the ball, and I'm pretty excited.
We have a lot of scorers this year. We have a lot of people who are ready to go get it, and I think that's just going to help us in the long run. We just have to work on playing together and getting to know each other and just work the ball inside out and just keep swinging it.
Honestly, with young players, you have to be patient because there's a lot of things that you want them to learn that it might be different from their junior college team or even from their high school team. So just having that patience and getting them to understand that they have to have their own patience within the game is very vital when you are talking to a group that when you only have one 4-year kid and another kid that's only been here for 3 years and everybody else has only been here for 2 or 1 years. So fans, be patient. As coaches, we're going to be patient, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a long year. And, and this year's obviously slightly different, too, with everything else that's going on. But just have fun with it. At the end of the day, that's why we're here, to have fun, to learn, to grow, and become better individuals.
Patience. It's a lot of patience this year. Just our practices are different with having to go over drills that we didn't have to go over last year. And, they're catching on quick, so it's just going to be easier for us. The quicker they catch on, the more that we can get more in.
It takes a lot of patience, but she's recruited a lot of JUCO transfers, so they've already got a little bit of experience under their belt. All we have to do is be able to see what other people's roles are, what their job's going to be, and then once we know each other's roles and how we play, that chemistry is just going to be right there.
I think every day is a little bit different. Just like in any other year, every day is different. An injury could happen, somebody having the flu or strep or different things like that. It always happens, and you just got to roll with the punches. And that's why I tell my players, things are going to happen. God's going to throw you curveballs, and how do you handle them? Are you going to swing and miss continuously, or are you going to slow yourself down, have that little bit of patience, and really hone in on what we can control and push forward?
It almost makes us want to try harder because it's like, well, if we get quarantined for a few days, then we got to make up for those days. So we're pushing each other harder. Practice this morning was very hard, but we liked it because we're like, we got to get going for the season, So I don't think it's changed too much. We don't think about it while we're practicing, really. We're just trying to enjoy our season and get going.
I try to feed to what the players are wanting and what they're most comfortable with, especially when they're young, and then we can continue to build what we've already built within the program. So really, ultimately, I think we can still score. It's going to be a little bit different. At times, you're going to see us be able to score 70, 80 points, and then other times you're going to be like, well, why did you only score 50 points? You're going to have those moments because different teams that we play different styles of defense, and it's just going to take some time. But ultimately, throughout the year, it's going to be some highs, some lows, but I do expect us to still be able to put at least 70 points on the board almost every single night. Ultimately, it's probably going to be more of attacking, so I don't think that will change much. We want to, that's our team philosophy. If we can win the free throw line, we have a chance to win every single ball game. So that's very important to the structure of what we do within our program, and that definitely will not change. And if it does, then we're not doing the right things.
I think it's going to be almost more attacking the basket. Just based off practice, we've got 3 girls that are already driving to the hole a lot more. So I think we'll be driving more than we were last year. So hopefully getting to that free throw line more, which is what I like.
You know, you talk about Payton Curley is one of the returning kids that has 1,000 points under her belt. She's going to be a huge piece. But, you know, when you look at all of our other, we only have 3 other returning players. And yes, Jada Summers, I expect her to do a little bit more. Taylor Green, I expect them to do a little bit more than what they have in the past. But ultimately, when you talk about, I still got to find a 5th person, 6th, 7th, and 8th that are going to be coming off the bench and things like that. They have to be able to play their role with ultimate mindset of, I got to be able to score too. You know, and it's going to come within the offense. So those people I'm going to be looking at is Ashley Nelson, which is technically a returner, but didn't play a ton due to a foot injury. We've gotten that taken care of. So her role is going to be big time for us. She's going to clean up some of the offensive rebounds, ultimately rebounding in general, and get some fast breaks going for us. So that's going to be big for her. And then another kid that's coming from California, Brianna, she is one of those players that can create her own shot. She can slash, she can shoot the 3, so there's multiple different threats with her. So she's going to be a big-time player for us, as well as Casey Newsom. She's coming from another junior college from Moberly, not that far away, and this kid can light it up from 3. So we should be able to have some great dynamics, some good scoring inside, but also get some good scoring from the outside. And then ultimately our freshman, I'm not 100% sure who's going to step up and do some things, but I do expect Megan Deal to do some really good things for us. She's another kid that can come in and shoot the 3 very, very well. So getting them a little bit more confident will be the biggest key, but ultimately I think our scoring will be just fine. You can't replace somebody, you know, but you can always build to cover it, I guess you could say. And she's very talented. She was a player that could go outside and shoot. She could go in and post you up if she truly wanted to. She could take you off the bounce. She could run the show, basically. So we won't have a player necessarily like her exactly the same, but with the pieces that we brought in, I think we can easily stay at the status quo that we have been. And that's exciting, because at the end of the day, it is a team effort. And when you talk about losing one specific player, you know, it's, yes, you want to talk about it, but at the same time, it's so much more than that. You don't want to dwell on it, because it's just going to make yourself miserable, because you don't get to go back and change that fact. But at the same time, I think you got to learn from your past. So being able to have that little chip on your shoulder and knowing that not only just the kids that we have returning, but kids that we have coming in got their seasons cut short, some of them. So that is a big piece that I want to continue to remind them, but not dwell on the fact that we didn't get to go, because it is a new year and there's new expectations, and to continue to keep our program at a high level is something that we want to remember. But at the same time, we got to work today and tomorrow to become that much better and continue to build this program.
So it's like that's done and over with. We got a new team, but it's also like we saw that we could make it, so we want to go back and get the opportunity to actually go physically and show people what we're made of. And I think the new people saw that as well, so they also have that determination, like, wow, they made it, so let's go this year's.
It means a lot to me, because we didn't get to go to the nationals like we wanted to. I mean, we made it, but then it got canceled, and this year it's like, well, we have to go further. We know we can do it. We have new faces. Teams aren't going to expect what we have this year, so we can catch them by surprise.